This is the Behind the Line podcast, coming to you from the crazy, chaotic lines of the Pacific Northwest. Well, we have some breaking news this morning, and for whatever reason, the national media is not talking about it. I listened to multiple national radio news stations this morning, ABC, CBS, and even though Anthony Blinkin is in Israel, and they talked about that, they failed to mention that Israel bombed Iran over the weekend. And this is a story from the New York Times. Tel Aviv, a drone attack on an Iranian military facility that resulted in a large explosion in the center of the city of Isfahan on Saturday was the work of the Mossad, Israel's premier intelligence agency, according to senior intelligence officials who were familiar with the dialogue between Israel and the United States about the incident. The facility's purpose was not clear, and neither was how much damage the strike caused, but Isfahan is a major center of missile production, research, and development for Iran, including the assembly of many of its Shabab medium-range missiles, which can reach Israel and beyond. Weeks ago, American officials publicly identified Iran as the primary supplier of drones to Russia for use in the war in Ukraine, and they said they believed Russia was also trying to obtain Iranian missiles to use in the conflict. But U.S. officials said they believe this strike was prompted by Israel's concern about its own security, not the potential for missile exports to Russia. Strike came just as Secretary of State Anthony Blinkin was beginning a visit to Israel, his first since Benjamin Netanyahu returned to office as Prime Minister. The director of the Central Intelligence Agency, William Burns, visited Israel last week, though it is not clear anything about the operation in Isfahan was discussed. American officials quickly sent out word on Sunday morning that the United States was not responsible for the attack. One official confirmed that it had been conducted by Israel, but did not have details about the target. Sometimes Israel gives the United States advance warning of an attack or informs American officials as an operation is being launched. It is unclear what happened in this case. Isfahan is the site of 4 small nuclear research facilities, all supplied by China many years ago, but the facility that was struck on Saturday was in the middle of the city and did not appear to be nuclear related. Iran made no effort to hide the fact that an attack had happened, but said it had done little damage. In statements, senior Iranian officials contend that the drones, apparently quadcopters, a kind of aircraft with 4 separate propellers, had all been shot down. Well, that's not true. Iran's official news agency, IRNA, reported on Sunday that the drones had targeted an ammunition manufacturing plant and that they had been shot down by surface-to-air defense system. It is not clear why Iran would build an ammunition production plant in the middle of a city of roughly 2 million people. Iran's foreign minister said at a news conference in Tehran on Sunday that a cowardly drone attack on a military site in central Iran will not impede Iran's progress on its peaceful nuclear program. This is Israel's first known attack inside Iran since Mr. Netanyahu reassumed office, and it may indicate that he has adopted the strategy formed under his 2 predecessors and political rivals who expanded Israeli attacks inside Iran. Quadcopters have become a signature of such operations. Well, it's interesting that this isn't important enough to make the news when Iran seems to be directly involved in assisting Russia in the Ukraine war, and Israel has been spouting about a first strike in Iran if they feel that their nuclear capabilities are getting to a point to be a threat. Not to mention you have the director of the CIA in Israel just a week ago, and the Secretary of State in Israel at the time of the attack. Seems as though the U.S. may be more involved than what they're leading on. Imagine that. It is still baffling to me that the media is not reporting on this. They're reporting on, as I said, Blinkin meeting in Israel. They're reporting on the U.S. using a drone strike in Somalia against terrorists, but nothing about Israel bombing Iran, and this is big news. And of course, you can expect that there will be some sort of retaliation from Iran in the coming days. So, something to keep your eyes on, folks. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Behind the Line podcast. For more, visit behindthelinepodcast.com. You can also find us on netnewsnetwork.net, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Telegram, Gab, Parler, and Truth Social. Please like, share, and subscribe.